Welcome to WJP Tech's Lunch and Learn session. Today, we're going to explore the important topics of phishing and social engineering. These are extremely important right now because of the holiday season, as you're going to see a lot more attempts made through social engineering or phishing attempts because they like to hide behind the clutter of all of the emails going out and all of the updates going out, and they try to take advantage of people during the holiday season. Now, understanding these deceptive tactics is extremely important and essential for protecting ourselves and our organizations within the digital landscape. So let's go ahead. We're going to dive in and help enhance our cybersecurity awareness together. So, what is phishing? This is what it actually looks like. Now, I know that you've probably heard the term phishing before, but what does it actually look like in the real world? It usually starts with a message that appears legitimate on the surface. This could be an email, this could be a text message, or it could be a phone call. Now, with the rise of technology and as things have progressed within AI, these phishing attempts are becoming more sophisticated and are a lot more difficult to tell from actual usage. Now, underneath the email attacks, you're going to see potentially it could be a message from Microsoft, or it could be one from your bank or a different service that you use. However, that email that you got from Microsoft, if you take a look at the email address, it didn't come from Microsoft. It came from a Gmail address, or it came from another domain other than Microsoft. That's a huge red flag right there itself. These phishing attempts through email, they will attempt to mimic and confuse you so everything looks right and it looks trusted. Text message, they will use SMS alerts. So you'll get an alert about, say, you have a package delivery pending, you need to sign for it, or there's an issue with your account or with the package delivery, or you even have an account compromise and you need to hurry up and log in and contact them so they can get your account secured. And the last aspect with phone calls, this could be an attempt for somebody to claim that they are IT, or it could be they're coming from the bank, or it could be they're claiming to be the IRS. I remember an example a few years ago. This was a major breach that was all over the news. And this was actually done through somebody calling in, pretending to be IT and calling employees of this organization. One of the employees then willingly gave up their username and password and allowed this threat actor entrance into their system. This was a massive compromise. Hundreds of millions of dollars was affected because of this. And it all started from that one simple phishing phone call. So you want to take the time before you click on things. You want to take a look at it. If you think a link is suspicious, copy and paste it into a notepad and take a look at it. Take a look at the whole URL for anything that originates outside of the country. For example, you might see a .gr, which is Germany, or .rua, Russia. You're gonna, if you see items like that, then more than likely they are not originating from where you think they are. Another aspect that you want to do with that, with a delivery, for example, take the tracking number and go to the shipper's website itself. Don't go through any links that come through on text message, email, or that. Just take the shipping number and type it in manually so that way you can actually see, because those links will often take you to a page that may look like UPS, it may look like FedEx, but it's not. It's a hidden portal, so that way they're going to try to get your information when you log in. Now, phishing works very well because it involves people. You can have the strongest physical network defenses in the world, and then you have Tom from accounting that gets an email in that's just too good of a deal to resist, and now you have compromised the entire network. 90% of data breaches actually occur from phishing attempts. So these attempts bypass the technical defenses by targeting the individual behind the keyboard, and now they're coming in a lot more different forms than ever. Email is still the most common method, but you're seeing a lot more of the phone-based ones. You're seeing more text message ones. And now you even have people that will physically show up in person attempting to coerce, pretending to be a vendor, pretending to be a technician from an external company, or, hey, I'm the new hire, I haven't got my badge yet. And any attempt that they can utilize to get information to further compromise the network. Think about this. How many people do you know that put post it notes on their monitor with usernames and passwords for different accounts that they use? This threat actor that's now there in person is able to see those. Or the phone based one, you are seeing more with AI being able to manipulate and trick voices to the point that they will utilize these AI phone calls to contact you, get you to communicate with it, and then turn around and pretend to be you. They used that own conversation with you as voice training. Now, as we move further on, one of the things that you can always do to protect yourself is simply be suspicious. Don't trust everything at face value. Take a look at it, be suspicious of where it's coming from until you have 100% confirmation that you know exactly where it's coming from. So, social engineering is a broad category of attack. Again, this is also not about attempting to access the physical hardwired network. It's about utilizing people again. Now, social engineering at its base form is just manipulation. They're going to try to create a sense of urgency, or they're going to try to create a sense of fear, or even familiarity using items that make them comfortable to you. Or they're going to pretend to be authority. You get that email from your boss. Hey, I want to give everybody bonus cards. So I want you to run down to Walmart and I want you to buy 50 gift cards. And you actually have individuals that instead of contacting their boss and verifying, hey, do you really want me to go down and get 50 gift cards? They just go out there and do that. And now you have the consumption of time and resources on the individual as well as the company. And if the individual does send those gift cards off, you have a complete financial loss on those as well. With fear, they love to threaten consequences if you do not act on something immediately. They will prey upon your lack of knowledge in certain things technical to try to get you to do tasks that you normally wouldn't. At the same time, all three of the familiarity, fear, and authority all depend on urgency because they want you to move as quick as you can. Because the longer that you take on something, the greater the chance is that you are not going to be comfortable with this and you're going to actually realize that something is afoot and you need to change course. These tactics are all designed to get someone, though, to take actions that they normally wouldn't. And when it works, that's where the urgency comes in. It works fast. Now, recently, give you an example. There was a law firm that they had a email that appeared to be from a digital e-signature platform. You know, the ones that you get documentations in and you got to go in, sign it, so that way you don't have to do it in person. Well, a paralegal clicked a link and logged into it. When they did so, what they didn't realize is that was a fake landing page. And when they entered in their information, their username and password, and potentially MFA as well, the threat actor is now able to secure that, secure the token for the MFA, go to a different access point, and then log into this law firm systems. And they were able to pull private and privileged data out of the law firm system simply because the paralegal did not verify the link that they were clicking on. Now, it is a scary example when you think about because we all look at dozens of emails every day. We're taking in new information all the time. And at the same time, the landscape is changing. So it makes it more difficult for the average individual to stay on top of what is currently going on with threat actors, what new avenues and approaches that they are attempting to use. So one thing that you can always do is just stay vigilant. Verify everything. There was a the old adage: trust but verify. Try to keep that in mind when dealing with everything. And just because it came from a trusted source, as far as this is Joe at bobjoe.com, well, you may have done emails with Joe for years, but that doesn't mean that Joe themselves cannot get compromised. And now Joe's email is being utilized to try to get you compromised as well. So just because you know them doesn't mean you should automatically trust them. Think before you click. Like I spoke earlier about the links. If you're suspicious over a link, right click, copy it, paste it into a draft email, paste it onto a notepad, something that allows you to see the full link itself and not what they're hiding on the text on the surface. Taking a look at that, where we take a look at the domain, the URL, and just see if there's anything unusual. Remember, if Amazon is sending you an email, they're not going to send you to a domain that is outside of Amazon's purview. They're not going to send you to another country. They're not going to try to get you to sign into a different email, as well as the email itself is going to come from Amazon and not a Gmail or Hotmail link. And last, if you see something that is suspicious, don't just delete it, because when you delete it, yes, you are protected, but you're not helping others. If you take a suspicious email, you report it, you document it, this helps it get classified across the system to potentially pull that out of coworkers, friends, families, email boxes before they have a chance to potentially be impacted by the threat actor. Always take a look at everything as many times as you feel necessary. These criminals, they count on you to react emotionally. They want you to act fast. They want you to act out of your um, lack of understanding. So that way they can take advantage of you and they can exploit you. So when you get a situation like this, take a breath, breathe in a few times, think outside the box, go, okay, what is the advantage of this? What is going on? And then verify. Once you have verified if it's legitimate, by all means, go about your business, follow the link, do what you need to do, but always verify. The strongest defense that we have, period, against any phishing and social engineering attacks are ourselves and our coworkers and our friends and family. The more that we communicate about things that are suspicious, the more that other people are aware and they share that as well. That can help prevent somebody that may not be thinking about these items from getting attacked themselves. So, your mission right now is vigilance, stay secure, be alert, slow down, verify everything, check links, read messages multiple times, especially if it's from a domain or email that you are familiar with. If you got that email from Joe and the cadence of the email, it does not speak like Joe. That's a suspicion right there. At that point, the best thing to do is pick up the phone and call Joe and, hey, what about this email? Confirm anything before you send money, before you log in, before you even reply to an email. Verify its legitimacy. If you need to contact the company by phone and speak to somebody in person, do that. Try to find a third party way outside of anything that is suggested in the text, voice, or email that you received. Because if you follow along what they want you to do, you're not going to end up at the right place. Thank you for your time and your attention today. I hope you stay skeptical, stay informed, and most importantly, that you stay secure. Next month, we're going to be talking about advanced defenses. If you join us then, we're going to be exploring password security, multi-factor authentication, and best practices for managing your virtual and digital credentials safely. We're going to help you learn simple steps that can help block most attacks from the beginning. Thank you very much for your time. And if anybody has any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them.